Galileo, Galileo, Galileo Figaro. Magnifico.
Galileo was born on February 15th, 1564 in Pisa, Italy, to Vincenzo and Giulia. As the oldest of 7 kids, let's start the story of his life at age 12, while he was going to school at a monastery.
Hello, my father.
How was school today at the monastery, my son?
Great, Dad. I want to be a monk.
No, my son! You are going to be a doctor! I think it's time you leave the monastery.
Poor Galileo. He didn't want to be a doctor. Sadly, in 1581, he was sent to the University of Pisa to study medicine. Let's go there now, where during a boring lecture, he made the discovery of the isochronal movement of pendulums.
Ugh, this lecture is boring. Look, check that out. 1, 2, 1, 2. No matter the length of the pendulum's arcs, it always takes 2 pulse beats. Fascinating.
That was the first of many of Galileo's discoveries. It was also evidence of his disinterest in medicine. Thankfully, a mathematician named Astilio Ricci was able to convince Vincenzo to let him study math. How would our lives be different if Galileo had become a doctor? After studying math with Ricci, he started teaching at the University of Pisa. It was there where he made another earth-shattering discovery.
According to my good friend Aristotle, if you drop 2 balls of different weight, the heavier one's going to hit the ground first. I don't know about that, and since I'm on to these fancy experiments, I think I'll test it out. I'm going to have to lean pretty far over. This whole place is leaning, so bear with me.
Galileo had made the first of his discoveries that disproved one of Aristotle's laws. In 1591, his dad sadly died. To provide for his family, he moved to the University of Padua. There he received a bigger salary and met his wife, Maria Gamba. Then, in 1609, he heard about the first telescope, and from only a description, he was able to make one of his own.
Wow, this is super cool. I can now look at the heavens and test Aristotle's theory of the universe. Whoa, the moon isn't smooth. It is full of mountains and craters. Whoa, Jupiter has 4 things of light orbiting it. They must be moons like our own. Whoa, Venus isn't always a crescent like Aristotle suggests. It has different phases like our moon.
The next day, he looked at the sun. 3.
Weird, the sun has spots on it that move. Maybe the sun rotates on an axis. Ouch, that's bright.
He used his telescope to disprove Aristotle's laws of the universe. Planets weren't points of light. The Milky Way was composed of stars, and Saturn had rings. He also disproved Aristotle's laws on motion and replaced them with a more correct version of his own.
According to Aristotle's law of motion, an object won't stay in motion unless there's a constant force on it. He concluded this because he pushed a block and it stopped. He didn't realize friction was stopping the block, so he thought unless there was a constant force on it, it was going to stop. Because I'm a bit more clever than Aristotle, I realized that friction will stop this block. So my new theory states that an object in motion will stay in motion unless a force, such as friction, stops it.
Sadly, the Pope didn't like Galileo's new laws, so in 1633, Galileo was put on trial for heresy. In 1634, he was put under house arrest. In 1642, he died. The world would have been a different place without him. We would still think that the sun orbited the earth. And if it weren't for his other discoveries, I wouldn't be able to star in this fabulous movie.
Look at the stars, look how they shine for you.
Okay, we have to do that in 54 in Pisa, Italy, to Vincenzo and Giulio. Scene 2, take 1, action.
Sorry guys, sorry guys. That's bright. Did you screw up?
No, perfect.
Nice, nice.